What's going on, everyone? We're back at it with another Prize Picks video, and we could not get a win yesterday. No, none of the plays were swinging our way, especially that Trae Young play that I gave out on the channel. Right, we went ahead and took Trae Young over 24.5 points, as well as Donovan Mitchell under his PRA. I think it was 38.5 PRA. Donovan Mitchell didn't even play, so we ended up getting a refund for that entire play. But regardless, I mean, Trae Young, dude, we took him at over 24.5 points, and he got like 15 or 16 points. That was ridiculous. So, I'm gonna give y'all a 4-man 10x play right now. So we're gonna go ahead and cook that up and see, and let's get our units back. If you want, I know a lot of you don't like doing a 4-man 10x play. Go ahead and break this up into two 3x plays, right? So two 2-man plays, and I'm gonna go ahead and place how I like them in order, right? So the first two that I placed, well, actually I gotta look at how I placed it, but I'll go ahead and explain which ones I like more than the others, right? So of course, if y'all don't know by now, the website that I'm using to go ahead and make my picks is called the Player Prop Shop, right? If I could go ahead and find where it is right here. So the Player Prop Shop, right? So you can see here, I've partnered up with this website. They're allowing y'all to get one entire free week access to the props. So it's essentially it's a website where you go ahead and you get all the NBA props that they like for the day, all the NHL, whatever sport you're interested that they have. They got NFL, NBA, college basketball, MLB, NHL, and even PGA, right? So all you have to do to get a week free is click the link in the description down below. It's going to be the first link. It's going to be playerpropshop.com/DSP. Add a week subscription to your cart and then use code PropShop. Once you use code PropShop at checkout, they will zero out your total, and you're gonna get an entire week for free. That way you can go ahead and see the type of plays that they have, right? So let's go ahead and let's check out what daily player props they have. And the two that they have, I actually really like them, so I went ahead and put them on our plays, right? So they only have 2 for now, but usually at the end of by evening or noontime, they have about at least like 5 to 10, maybe even up to, sometimes if it's a crazy day, like up to 20 or 25 plays, right? So they do have a lot, definitely enough to make a couple plays throughout the day. So the first one is taking Paolo Banchero over 21.5 points. He's set at -123, and this is what they have to say about him. Banchero has followed up his Rookie of the Year campaign with an incredible sophomore season and has improved in nearly every statistical category for an Orlando team that is 6 games above 500 and have won 7 of their last 10. Banchero is playing winning basketball, and at just 21 years old, he still has plenty of untapped potential. This is a great spot for the recent All-Star selection against a Pistons team that is a league worst 8 for 47. The Pistons have, or 8 and 47. The Pistons have started the most points to opposing power forwards over their last 15 games. Look for Paolo to have a great night versus an overmatched Detroit front court, right? So, I mean, Banchero is set to eat in this game, man. Going up against the Pistons, obviously the Pistons are not a great team overall. On offense, they're weak. On defense, they're very, very weak. And obviously, this is what I like about the player prop or the prop shop, right? They give you statistics, right, and they give you the reasons why they're choosing each player. Now, of course, they don't hit 100% of the time. No one never does, right? But at least they give you a really good reason so that you can make your own decision. And then what I like to do is, let's say you choose one, you really, really like it, then you can go ahead and go deeper into that specific play, right? And see what other people have to say about it, or see what the lines are on different sports books. And you could also see, let's say, for example, Banchero, how has he been doing against the Pistons over this season in general, or the last few games? And then same with Drew Holiday, right? They have Drew Holiday over 10.5 points going up against the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks have a couple injuries that they're dealing with, right? So I actually like a lot of Celtic players today, and we're gonna go and it's gonna show on this card, right? So this number is way too. This is what they have to say about Drew Holiday over 10.5 points. This number is way too low for a player of Drew Holiday's caliber. He consistently plays 35 plus minutes in non-blowouts. I expect a competitive game from two teams who could easily meet in the playoffs. We are possibly looking at a preview of the Eastern Conference Finals, so we'll stay close. Drew's scoring is down this season compared to previous years, but I believe that has more to do with playing on a loaded starting 5 than regression. I like Holiday's chance of scoring at least 11 plus points today. And I actually really, really agree with this, because I've been taking Drew Holiday's points pretty consistently throughout the season, and normally he's at over 12.5, even 13.5 points, and at 10.5, that is pretty low for him, right? So I'll definitely take his over at 10.5, and he does hit at over 13.5. Honestly, I would probably even take this at over 11.5. That's how how much he scores on this team, man. I mean, especially when he's playing the amount of minutes that he's playing. So I really like this play, and I'm gonna go ahead and pair that up with Porzingis plus points, right? So if you can see here, if we go over to statmuse.com, Porzingis has averaged 23 points, 6.9 rebounds, and 2.2 blocks in his last 10 games, right? So, man, he's been going off lately. Obviously, the last 2 games, he didn't record this projection, but you can see here, against Miami, he got that. Against Washington, Atlanta, and then Memphis. And when he gets it, he doesn't just get it, he gets it very comfortably, right? So if you took his points in that Miami game, I think he got that almost in before the second half ended, or at the end of the second half. He was just shooting threes after threes after threes. So let's look for Porzingis to have himself a night and like I said, New York is dealing with some injuries at the moment. So you can see here, obviously Brunson is healthy right now. Dante is healthy. And then they have OG that he's out for the game. Julius Randle's out for the game, as well as Mitchell Robinson, right? So 3 huge players that the Knicks are not going to have out on the court tonight. Expect for Kristaps Porzingis to have himself a day. This is how much they're dealing with injuries, man. They got Josh Hart labeled in their depth chart as the second string starting power forward. Obviously, what I'm assuming is going to happen is Precious or Bojan is going to move to power forward, right? But then, it's just all the minutes are just going to be all over the place for these players, and they're going to get exhausted, they're going to get tired, and Porzingis is going to have himself a night, right? So the second play that we're going to go ahead and take, I honestly kind of forgot about it. Which one is it? Or not the second, the last one. Oh yeah, so Jaden Ivey. So I do like Jaden Ivey over 15 points here. Jaden Ivey over 15 points it's a solid play going up against Orlando. The cool thing about 2 teams that are not the best, yeah, right? Obviously Orlando's better than Detroit, but then of course Orlando is not pretty elite team, right? Like the Celtics or the Knicks. So I don't expect a blowout here, and I expect that decent competitive game between 2 low-level teams in a sense, right? So look for this whole 10x play to cash. So we're taking Porzingis over 19.5 points, Ivy over 15 points, and Banchero over 21.5 points, as well as Drew Holiday over 10.5 points. So it's an entire point prop, right? So pretty fun play to look for, and let's go ahead and let's cash this play, man. So again, if y'all want to go ahead and see where I get it, it's the player prop shop. All you have to do is click the link in the description down below, and there's going to be a ton of player props for today, a ton to more. I mean, every day they just upload them, right? And right now it's 8 in the morning, 8:01 Central Time, and they already have 2 up. So of course the games don't start till 6 or 7, so you got a lot of time. But man, all you have to do is click the link in the description down below, and then add a week subscription to your cart, and then use code PropShop at checkout. That is all you have to do. All right, everyone, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's go ahead, let's bounce back, and let's get some wins. All right, everyone, take care, and I'll see y'all when we're a little bit richer.